Hey guys, this is Sparrow on another exciting video about bug bounty. In this video, we will be using Burp, one of the most common tool for pen testers for testing website vulnerability. In Burp, we will be covering sequencer tool for random token generation. Whenever we log into an application, the server issues a session ID or a token, and all over from the internet we hear that the session ID we get is unique. But what if we could guess the next unique session ID which the server will generate? Have you ever think of it? Burp Sequencer is a tool for analyzing the quality of randomness. Is a sample of data items. The data items can either be application session IDs, CSRF tokens, password reset or forgot password tokens, or any specific unpredictable ID generated by the application. The Burp Sequencer is one of the most amazing tools that try to capture the randomness or the variance in the session IDs by employing some random standard statistical tests, which are based on the principle of testing a hypothesis against a sample of evidence and calculating the probability of observed data occurring. However, the tool tests the given sample in a number of different scenarios, whether it is a character level analysis or a bit level one. The analyzed output would be in the segregated format. To learn more about how the sequencer tests the randomness, check the sequencer documentation in Burp Suite. The best part of this tool is that it is available for both the edition, for the professional and the community version. You just need to tune your Burp Suite and navigate to the sequencer over here. Whether it's a basic session ID or a token generated from the server side, the Burp Suite sequencer analyzes that all, as the tool's only requirement is a request shared with it. So let's initiate the analyzer within the Burp sequencer by capturing and sharing a login session ID using a most common and wide used tool called BWAP. Wait, we talked about login session ID, right? So let's turn the proxy service here and then hit the login button. Let me turn it on in the Burp Suite. The default login credentials is B and the password is bug. From the captured request, we can see that the PSS ID is in the cookie header. Let's share the complete request with the sequencer by hitting right click and send to sequencer. As soon as the sequencer receives that request, the empty fields got filled up directly with the token ID that goes with the response for a specific shared request. However, there are times when we want the sequencer to analyze some different values. Over in such case, the Burp Suite's creators give us the opportunity to define the custom location within the response. Let's check that out. Hit the custom location radio button below at the cookie option and then navigate with configure. As soon as we do, we got a new window opened as define custom token location, where we are having the response of our shared request. Over into this, we can opt either the defined options, whether define start and end or extract from regex group. Let's check the first one. As we hover and select the value from the shared response, we got some manipulation at the start and the end delimiter. Thus hit the save button and our custom location will be defined at the panel. Now simply hit the start live capture button. The cookie option selected the token location within response selection, and as we did that, a new window got popped up. Okay, but what's this? Let's define it all. As soon as the start live capture button got fired up, Burp repeated the original request and thereby extract all the tokens received from the response. However, within all this, once the capture page boots up, a progress bar is displayed with a counter of tokens generated and requested made by the sequencer. A number of buttons also contribute into this live capture window. As you can see, pause, copy, paste, stop, save tokens, analyze. So let's pause the sequencer. We can see that the sequencer had dropped a report by analyzing request having an overall quality of randomness within a sample of estimated to be excellent. We could have either got randomness quality to be poor. Web application session ID is repetitive. However, the amount of effective entropy is 110 bits which are considered to be a good one, as the least is 64 and the best is 128. Burp sequencer works over sample, thereby a large number of captured token will thus drop a better and a precious result. Thus, it is recommended to have at least 1000 to 2000 sample tokens before analyzing the application session ID. A number of subsections are available which thus could help us to analyze the application properly, but being a pen tester, we just need to analyze the reliability of results. Thereby, in order to learn more about it, check the Portuguese documentation. Let's hit the Save Token button and dump the generated tokens value into token.txt file. Till the file is saving in the background, let's get back to the BWAP application and we'll log out the user search in order to end the session. Now, as soon as we redirect back to the login page, we will modify the URL within setting and we will capture the ongoing HTTP request over at the Burp suite. Back into our Burp suite monitor, we can see that there is a session ID in the cookie header. Let's manipulate the session ID with one of our saved results. As soon as we hit the forward button, we got redirected to the portal.php page and a session ID is required here too. Over at the browser we got logged in as B, and this time it was without the credentials. There are times when the session ID that we manipulate might not valid. Thus in such case we can use the entire token.txt with our intruder and we'll hunt for the successful login. Okay guys, that's it for this video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, share your reviews in the comment section. This is Sparrow signing off. Have a nice day. Thank you.